of the annoyance, unnecessary annoyance and inconvenience that is being experienced in Jomo Kenyatta International Airport by passengers who are coming into Kenya, either as tourists or returning Kenyans or Kenyans traveling, Honorable Cabinet Secretary. I am wondering whether you have a stakeholders, multi-agency stakeholders coordination team that gets to process the experience, the customer experience that people are having at Jkia. Because it's been awash in the social media. So many passengers have complained. I have seen students who are being ransacked in their bags looking for new items to be charged by KRA. Is that necessary, and can that be stopped? Because you are able to tell when it's a student, 19-year-old, what items do you expect to find in those bags in order to tax? Can we do things in a much more tidier way at the airport and use a multi-agency stakeholders
Senator
approach?
Veronica, I wish you would be brief with your question.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I haven't even asked the real question that I want to ask.
Please go direct to the question, please.
Let me just ask that question. The Mau Mau Road is a low-hanging fruit for your ministry because a big percentage of that road has already been completed. There is this portion and connection that has not yet been done, Speaker, which would then connect the Kangare Gorwene Makomboki Road, which would give connection to Geturo Gatiaine, and that would effectively connect Muranga to Nyandarua County, connect to Nyeri County, and connect to the Mount Kenya region counties, Honorable CS. When do you look at, what are the projected dates for completion of this road? Why are you not taking advantage of the fact that it is almost done and can be completed and serve over 11 counties?
Chair, I understand the pressure of time, so I'll be very quick. One is that on the issue of Suswangong by Senator Lekina, my friend, I actually feel like I'm back to Senate, especially. I was assuming you are there and I'm here. So on a serious note, the connection between Ngong and Suswa is very serious. We have only 3 kilometers to go. The contractor, Zongmei, we have negotiated with them. They should be mobilizing now to go on site. So a week or so, they should go back on site. And you know that will be a connection from Suswa to Ngong to Emali. That will be a shortcut. You don't have to come all the way to Nairobi City if you are going to Machakos. And when we do, again, as I said earlier, before you came in, Jukini, Ilasin Jukini, it will now help us. You can go to Taita. And you can go also to Olili and then to Arusha. So there is room for doing that connection. It will be completed. The only thing we will do is that we'll put a way bridge. Because as soon as we complete that road, the lorries will want, the trailers will want to cut a shortcut. So that will only be for passengers and smaller vehicles, so that then the trailers will continue using the normal road. On the question of Honorable, my friend, Honorable Veronica, it is true that the work is cut out for me. But this is teamwork. Teamwork in the sense that as an administration, we've come to government at a time that we have to employ a very heavy fiscal discipline. And as you do so, the sector that has suffered most is the infrastructure, a sector that was neglected from last term, you know? And so we're asking ourselves, how best can you deliver this? That's why you see the negotiation we're having with development partners and so forth. There is hope. I see light at the end of the tunnel, that in this coming financial year, we will be able to return most of our contractors on site, and we complete the 3,500 kilometers remaining of the 10,000 kilometers that were promised, that we promised the people of Kenya's Jubilee administration in 2013. I believe this administration, based on our policy, will be able to deliver the remaining balance of that road. I am tasked with that responsibility. That is why I take personal initiative to speak to some of these contractors, negotiate with them, implore them, request them to go on site. For example, I give you the example of the road of Thika Magumu. You know, I had to sit over and over again, despite the termination that was almost to Ensu. and the contractor accepted to go on site, you know now we are past 30 kilometers of that road. Mau Mau roads, based on your question, so many of them are yet to be delivered. I want to assure you, Madam Senator Veronica, that it is in the menu of the programs that are likely to start in the next 2-3 months based on that negotiation, because most of them being delivered from our friends from the Chinese administration, Chinese government. And I think with the administration helping us, we should be able to make progress. Lastly is to say that at the airport, after that, there was for many years, there have been a clamor for airport charter that brings together all the players at the airport. The problem is that the Ministry of Transport and the KA take a beating for sometimes things that are done by the immigration officer or the tax officer, the KRA officer at the airport. Now, for us to take that responsibility fully, we need to implement the airport charter. And the draft airport charter is supposed to be presented to us by 30th this month. Thereafter, I'll sit down with my colleague, Professor Kindiki, because he's one of the main contributors there, and Professor Ndungu with KRA, immigration, and police in the area, and see how best are we going to allow KAMD to provide leadership under the airport charter, the way it happens in other airports in the world, so that you can aggregate the decisions you are going to make and have a proper channel of decision making, so that then you lay the blame where it belongs. At the moment, it is scattered to this is police, this is immigration, this is KRA, this is KA. We want to make sure that the airport itself, as the landlord and the main owner of the airport, KA, should take full responsibility when the charter is being followed. And that is not new, because at KPA, the MD of KPA takes responsibility on behalf of other agencies, because we have a port charter that gives that direction. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, CS. Senator Wambua, and please be very brief. Straight to the question.
I will be straight to the question, and I wanted to stand here so I can see this.